Time now to check in with the Liberty men's golf team. My name is Nick Pierce, visiting here with Flames golfer Mathieu Fenasse, coming off of a tournament victory for the Liberty Spring Invitational here recently over at Poplar Grove. And Mathieu, take us back to that. You got into a six-man playoff situation there at the end. How intense, how exciting was it?
Very exciting. You know, I wasn't expecting to actually win the tournament. You know, when I finished the round, I thought I was out of it. I was 2 shots back. But a guy from Oklahoma made a double in 17 and, put five other guys in contention to win. So went in the playoff. And on the second hole, I hit one of the best shots of my life. I hit it to 1 foot to win the tournament. It was a great feeling for sure.
Now, you finished 3 under for the whole thing, and you said that at the end of it, you thought you were out of it. So I guess how much do you have to fight yourself of looking at the scorecard and so forth as you go through?
Well, yeah, you have to fight for sure. You know, the conditions were pretty hard the last day, very windy. So the last 9 holes, it was just a grinding for me. I wasn't playing very, very well. But, I grinded out. I made some mistakes, but, I always told to myself, I still have a chance. You never know what the other guy's going to do. He's playing hard. And I just gave everything I had until the last hole, and it paid off.
Overall, this team finished 3rd in the event, and I think overall probably playing some much better golf than you were last fall. What do you think has changed in this group?
Yeah, we're playing way better, I think, this spring semester for sure. The team is improving. Everyone improved a lot. I think the guys are getting more experience, after playing many tournaments now since last fall. They just feel more comfortable, I think, on the course. They trust their ability, I think, more than a few months ago. And, they know that they can play good. So, obviously, we have Isaiah Logue, freshman who is playing very consistent, helps the team pretty good. And I think the team is ready for Big South.
How have you handled, I don't know if pressure is the right word, but just the turnover with, now you're kind of one of the leaders here on this team and one of the guys that's expected to kind of shoulder a lot of the success. How have you handled that this year?
Well, I knew it was coming. Last year when all the seniors left, I knew next year it was going to be my role to be a leader and, be consistent for the team. So I prepared myself that way. So it wasn't a surprise for me this year when I took that role. I'm a senior, so obviously I just have to give the example. I have the experience. So, I don't know.
You knew that you were going to have to take that role on, more or less, so you expected this.
Yeah, I was expecting this. I was ready for it.
What's led to your overall success this year, do you think? Has it been more in the short game? Has it been more the way you're driving the ball? What feels good to you right now?
For me, I think it's more about my strategy on the course. I made some mistakes last fall and the first tournament of the spring, and I worked on it pretty hard. Went through all of the mistakes that I made in the past, and was trying to improve on the course tactically, and I think that worked well for me. About my game, nothing really stands out. I just work on everything, and everything is just a little bit better than last semester. But yeah.
And lastly, here you talk about Big South. It's a course that you know very well down there. You won the 2013 Big South Championship down there overall. What are you most looking forward to about getting back into the Big South Championships?
Well, it's always good when you come back to a place where you already won. Obviously, you have good feelings, and I want to finish my college golf career in a strong way. And obviously, I want to help the team, make it to regionals. So I'm ready to win again for sure at Big South, and I think the team has a good chance to win for sure.
All right, Mathieu, appreciate the time. Congratulations again on the tournament win.
All right, thanks.
Catching up now with the head men's golf coach here, Jeff Thomas. And, Coach, look back at the team's performance in the Liberty Spring Invitational. You guys finished 3rd out of 18 teams overall. Can you kind of assess your team's performance from that event?
The team played pretty good. We had Isaiah Logue and Mathieu Fenasse played really well at the tournament. So as far as the team goes, we didn't play that great at the bottom of our lineup, so we need to clean up some things before we go to conference. But overall, we played pretty well.
Overall, the team's made a lot of improvements from the fall. I think that's fair to say. Where have you seen the biggest improvement?
They just continue to get better, and that's the important part. They come out here every day and work hard and practice hard, and there's a lot of little improvements that probably you don't notice, but they continue to get better. The whole team does, and our two top guys, Isaiah and Matthew, have played well, and it's helped to have Peyton around. Peyton's been playing really well this spring, so overall it's been pretty good. I think everyone's just continues to improve, so that helps out.
You mentioned Matthew. How impressed have you been with his leadership this year? I mean, you look at a team that graduated 4 seniors from last year and the way that he's just kind of taken the reins here this year.
He's had a good year for us, and I know he's excited to move on to the next stage of his professional career, but he's done great for us so far this year, and he's had a good career here. Thinking back to his freshman year, he got to play in the national championship, and he's played in 2 regionals up to this point, so he has a chance here to make it to the 4th regional, so it'd be a good thing for him.
One of the things he talked about as far as his success is a course strategy and just really being prepared to play the course. And I know he's had success down at Big South. As far as his preparation goes, how impressed have you been with that?
He does a really good job. He's really good with his short game, and he's really good with his wedges, and he hits it pretty straight off the tee, so it's hard for him to get too far offline as far as that's concerned. So he's able to focus really well on the golf course and grind through it. So as long as he's able to do that, he'll continue to play well.
As far as Isaiah Lowe goes, I mean, 6-time Big South Freshman of the Week. I mean, you've got to think he's one of the front runners for Freshman of the Year honors. What has been the key for him this year, and what's made him such an outstanding golfer?
Isaiah works really hard. He's a good golfer. He continues to work hard. He continues to stay focused. He's done really well this spring as far as being prepared for the tournaments. And he's been able this spring really to keep the ball in play. And if he's able to do that, he can shoot some low numbers. His short game's really good. He putts really well, so that makes a big difference.
You've won 3 of the last 4 Big South championships. What's it going to take for this team to be able to pull one in this year?
We need to go and be really consistent as far as the team goes. We need to, like we tell the guys, we need to harp on them, but we need to take care of the fundamentals, what we call fundamentals in golf, and we need to chip really well. We need to putt really well, and we need to hit our wedges really well. And if we do that and we can get all 5 scores, playing consistently, not getting that high score number up there, and our 2 top guys, Isaiah and Matthew, play well, then we'll have a chance, and that's what we're aiming to do when we go there. So,
all right, Coach, appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.
That's the head coach, Jeff Thomas, joining us here. My name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.